Hi everyone, it's Katrina from the Alluring Bead Boutique and the Bead Mat. First of all, I want to start by saying welcome back to my channel, and I'm sorry that it's been so long since I've done anything new for you guys. The last video I did was for this beautiful bracelet where we used some square stitching techniques and ladder stitching techniques to create this beautiful bracelet. My son, if you can remember back from last year when he came out that he had a birth defect in his heart, he wound up having to get an artificial valve put in last year around March or April. Well, this year, what happened was when they did that artificial valve last year, he'd had an infection in his heart, and it had weakened a portion of the wall of his aorta. Well, they put a few stitches in there to try to strengthen it up, but it did not do what it needed to do. So basically, it's like this. He wound up going back in for a second open heart surgery. And this time, they had to remove part of the actual wall of his aorta section of his heart and use some synthetic tissue to rebuild that area. It was leaking all around the valve from last year, so they wound up having to put a larger new valve in. And it was really complicated and really painful, and so basically that's where I was for a part of the time, and I was just really struggling about what to do with my channel and my websites and things like that. So basically I've just been working on some more complex projects, and I didn't do a video for this one, which is just really beautiful technique of peyote stitch, where it's kind of used like a flat salumi spiral almost, and you come up part of the way and then you reverse back the other way. There's lots of videos on YouTube that use that technique, but I just tried to play around with that a little bit for myself, and that is the bracelet that I made from that. I was thinking about maybe doing another video or a pattern for something like this soon. I just really haven't had a lot of time to devote to my actual blog and things like that. But I have been working. I have been working on doing some really nice rope necklaces. And here's one that I did. I don't have anything done for this either, but I'm thinking about going ahead and doing something for it. But this is a beautiful rope. Let me pause for a moment. Let me see if I can get my camera up just a little higher. Anyhow, so I got it up just a little bit here so I could try to show you this necklace. So this is a rope that I did combining some herringbone and some chenille stitch. And then I used some herringbone, and I did this cool little funky thing where I captured these little bit larger beads. And then for this beautiful focal section of the necklace, which I've designed the necklace so that it sits on the neck like this. So this piece is like off center. But these little beautiful little parts of this focal piece are made using brick stitch around a bead, some peyote to capture a bead, and then just some little component making with these larger beads like that. And I just did a beautiful little arrangement there where everything is sort of alike, but not at all alike. They're all different in their own little way. And these two are basically alike, but I use different colored beads to surround and accent the larger beads there. So that's just something that I worked on. That took several weeks for me to, work on and get all the design elements in place and then put it together. So that was something I did while I've been away. But I do want to let you know that I'm working on a new video, and it's going to come out in parts. And the first part I'm going to go ahead and post really soon. But this is all another herringbone project. I've used some herringbone stitch to create these lengths of rope. And then I used a technique to stitch these faux beaded beads into the length of the straps of the necklace. And those two are going to be posted probably later in the week, so you can look for that to come out. And also, as part of that project, I'm going to show you guys how to make this. This is a bezel for this beautiful 18mm Swarovski Rivoli Bermuda Blue. But I did the bezel. The outside of the bezel is made with herringbone, tubular herringbone. And then I just did some netting stitching along here on the front side and some right angle weave type style back here on the back. And I have a full tutorial coming out for this portion of the necklace as well. And then to wrap it up, we will be embellishing the bezel a little bit more, and then going ahead and attaching the bands to the necklace. And also there will be a portion to finish off, you know, the backside of the necklace. So that's some things that I'm working on that you guys can look forward to coming out really soon. Part of it will be out this week. And then, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but for Mother's Day, my kids had gotten together and got me a beginner's enameling kit from Rio Grande's website. And so for the first time, I finally got it out and started playing around with a little bit of enamel. This is just a copper disc. And this is my first one, so don't judge. But in the kit, it came with, you know, the powdered enamels that you use to, like, make a base coat onto your metal. And it has the little straws that you can use to do these textured and layered effects, and these chunks that you can use to make like a little 3D portion to these, with the enamel. So this was my first try, and I really enjoyed it. I don't have the trivets yet, so I'm going to order some of those. But this, the back side where I did the counter enamel in black, is you do that first, then you know, enamel and work on the front side. But where I laid it on my screen, you can see that it really messed up the back side of the enamel. But like I said, it's the first one, and I'm pretty proud of it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I really thought that I would. That's why, you know, I've been wanting to get my hands on the enamel for a long time, and I finally do. And so as soon as I have more to say about this, I will be doing some tutorials and videos on the enameling. I did want to mention, I forgot to mention, so I thought I'd jump back on and mention this really quick. Another thing that has kind of kept me busy and away from what I normally do a little bit is I've been taking part in Potomac Bead's mentorship program, and I've actually been mentoring a few students on there. And I wanted to say, if you haven't gotten involved with that, if you're new to beading, or even if you're more experienced or whatever, it is a really cool program. You can sign up to either mentor someone, or you can be mentored by someone. It works both ways. And they've set it up on Facebook, and I will try to find the link to it. If I can't, you can find it on the Potomac Bead group, and I will try to do my best to get a link for it for you guys, because it's really been interesting. And the reason I decided to do it was because I don't really have any, like, one-on-one experience teaching, and the way they've got it set up is like we use Facebook, the live chat, so like we both have our cameras going at the same time, and it's kind of like being right there with someone to learn or teach the individual bead weaving, and it's been really cool. And that's all I really had to add, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there and include that in this little introductory video for the necklace here, and I will see you guys soon.